In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the USC Trojans and what they will be and predicting them in 2024 in the first year in the Big Ten. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. It does help out the channel a ton. And let's get into the video. The USC Trojans are a very interesting team in 2024. An exciting team to be in the Big Ten finally with them and Oregon. Who knows what they're going to be in 2024. I think they're kind of a wild card team, and we'll see what they are. But their record is going to be very interesting at the end of this video. I don't know what I had them projected, but we're going to go through the schedule, look at it, see what they can do. Before we get into that, I want to talk about some notes about this team, some things that I want to see from USC in 2024. I want to see them play good defense. I think defense has to be the #1 priority for this team. They have struggled in the Lincoln Riley era at defense, and they really have to turn that around if they want to be a national championship contender, which a lot of USC fans, that's their goals, that's their standard that they want them to live up to. They want to be in that Pete Carroll era where they were just winning, and winning some more. So if they want that standard, they have to play good defense. We know what Lincoln Riley's offense is, so we don't have much concern there, but they have to continue to improve that defense. If they don't, it'll be a long season. The second key I have for them is Miller Moss. Obviously, Miller Moss isn't a Caleb Williams type of player. We know that. We see that, but Miller Moss, I think, could run Lincoln Riley's system to a T. I think he can do a great job at being a system quarterback, and that's important for them, and I think it's very valuable. Caleb Williams was very good for USC, but I think sometimes, he extends the pocket, he makes some great plays, but it's not into what Lincoln Riley's system is, and I think Miller Moss can capitalize and be very good at that for them, and that's kind of exciting. So I don't really see a drop off with Lincoln Riley's offense, because I think Miller Moss is going to do a tremendous job for them at playing the quarterback position. I think he's a guy that Lincoln kind of likes to have in that room that can make throws. He has good arm talent, and he can just execute the offense to a high level. That's what makes Lincoln Riley's offense very good, at they can execute very well. So those are the main two keys I have for them. Offensive line, defensive line, their size, I do still have a concern. I did see that they have a bigger group of guys than they have had in the Pac-12, so they did bulk up some, but I think they got to continue to do that to, compete in that Big Ten. I think you have to continue to do that, so that's important for me. Let's get into their schedule and predict it. USC versus LSU, that's an interesting first game, a marquee matchup in the first game of the year on a Sunday going into Labor Day. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and I see this game being maybe a touchdown deciding game. I think LSU will win by a field goal or 7 points, and I think they'll win in a high-scoring game. So USC not starting out the best in my book. They'll be 0-1. Utah State, I think they'll finish 1-1. USC versus Michigan, interesting game. I think Michigan's going to make the game very dirty in terms of defensively, a nasty, sloppy game, and it's going to be very hard for USC to win games like that, in my opinion. And I think Michigan's going to beat them mainly due to defense. Having them lose to Michigan is 1-2 right now, so the first 3 games, you have Utah State, but Michigan and LSU, that's not ideal. Wisconsin, I think they'll be 2-2. USC and Minnesota, I think they'll be 3-2 after that. Penn State and USC, I think they're going to lose this game in a close game as well, kind of like Michigan. It's going to be a nasty, sloppy game, defensive game. And I think Penn State, that favors them, so I'm going to go with them in a close one. So 3-3. They're going to beat Maryland 4-3. Rutgers, I had them beating, so 5-3. Washington, I think they'll beat them 6-3. I think they're going to lose to Nebraska, so they'll be 7-4. I think that'll be a close game. I think Nebraska's going to be ready to play, and I think I'm high on Nebraska, so I'm going to have them win that game. And then USC at UCLA, I have USC winning pretty handily. And then Notre Dame and USC, I have USC upsetting Notre Dame, and I think I have USC going 8-4. So that'll do it for me. Make sure you guys like the video, and see you guys next time. Peace.